Hope you're doing well. A good Erev Shabbos. We are getting ready here for another beautiful Shabbat. Although we're expecting a massive snowstorm, and who knows if there'll be shul or not. But tonight we'll be having dinner and celebrating the gift that Hashem has given us twice. Last week in the Torah portion we learned about Shabbat, and this week the Torah tells us again about keeping Shabbat. And guess what, guys? There is no better Shabbat to keep than this one. You can't go anywhere anyways. So forget about the phones, forget about the TV. The snow's going to come and it's going to come. Binge, have a lot of food, a delicious meal, sit with your family, celebrate. L'chaim. L'chaim for a beautiful Shabbat. You know, we all know that the Torah in general tells us what you're supposed to do and to do it. But it doesn't tell you necessarily, oh, I know you want to do this, but don't do it anyways. But in this week's Torah portion, we have a unique law. The Torah tells us, you're going on the street and you see your enemy's donkey laboring under its load. Back in those days, they had donkeys that carried everything that they had. It could be a metaphor for anything. It could be for your friend's house, his business. And the Torah says, and instinctively, you don't want to help him. You want to withhold. He's your enemy. He hurt you. He embarrassed you. He wasn't nice to you. He wasn't kind to you. Whatever it may be. Says the Torah, Azov ta'azov imo. God commands you to help him anyways, even though you don't want to. And the question, of course, is why can the Torah just say when you see even your enemy's donkey and it's going to collapse under its load, he can't survive without help, you got to help him. Why does the Torah have to tell us that you might want to not help him? And the answer is because the Torah is not making away with our feelings. The Torah understands that we're human beings, and when someone hurts us, when someone isn't kind to us, when someone pains us, we don't want to help them. Naturally, instinctively, the Torah recognizes and we say, I don't want to help this guy. Look how mean he was to me. Look what they did to me. But the Torah tells us to help anyways. Of course, it's because it's a biblical commandment. But the Torah is also telling us something greater and deeper. If they acted in a certain way, that was because they were in pain, because they had something that was bothering them, someone, the way they treated them, the way they were brought up. Says the Torah, don't fall into their trap. Don't be like that. When you are kind, when you help anyways, kamayim upon him, you'll win them over and you'll pull them out of where they are. And I think it's a simple idea, but it's so beautiful how the Torah recognizes the instincts and the hardship that it might be for a human being to help someone who's his enemy, who hurt him. You know, life is so short. We live in a world where things happen so quickly. In a moment, something changes. Look, we're having a massive snowstorm tonight. It could be historic. Yeah, we don't know if we'll get 2 feet or 4 feet. It could make a turn this way or a turn that way. Life is very short. It's very vulnerable. And when we let people who hurt us live within us through a grudge, through anger, we're basically letting them live within us rent-free. The Torah is telling us, let go of it. You see someone's in pain? Don't think, look what he did to me. That's his problem. You know what the Torah wants from you. The Torah is recognizing that you might have that thought, but the Torah is telling you against it. So I give you all a blessing that in your own lives, if there's someone that hurt you or someone that doesn't treat you well, remember this lesson from the Torah. Make amends, reach out, help someone else. It never hurts to be kind. It never hurts to help. Shabbat Shalom. Stay warm, stay safe. Enjoy the tranquility of Shabbos with the beauty of the white, calming snow. God bless you. Shabbat Shalom.